What's up, chatters? It's your girl, Cathy Chit Chat. We had a time last night. We did. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Just making me feel comfortable, too. I took a lot of remedies, too, for dealing with my bronchitis. Still under the weather. People send me things all the time, and I pay it no never mind because, like I said, this is an outlet for me and talk about things that, occur in the community or the culture and things of that nature. But a few things were concerning to me, and a few things were concerning just in the live itself, because firsthand I witnessed like the major problem when it comes to this story and how people are going to hear what they want to hear and spin a narrative based on what they thought they heard. And it's really unfortunate. One thing with a panel, similar to the television show The View, when you have a panel, there's always going to be people that have different opinions, thoughts, outlooks, and things of that nature. So you can never box individuals into a category because everyone is an individual. That's why we're born unique. We all have our own way of thinking and thoughts and things of that nature. And that's just how it goes, No one's person's thoughts are going to be the same. And like I've always said in the beginning, I'm team no one. I had no clue. I didn't follow them. Like a lot of people have known them from, years ago. I never followed. I literally had no clue, So that's my stance is I'm team the truth, team no bullshit, and team don't cap. And my concern is always going to be our beautiful brown babies. But I do want to address a few things in my stance, my opinion on a few things. And one, my stance will never change when it comes to women and our bodies and how we are subjected to being sex objects. I don't like it. I don't like in the music. That's what a lot of these young artists are rapping about, how fat our behinds is in our body. And although historians, the Europeans, try to dispute the fact of Sarah Bartman, and it's so sad with her story because that's not even genuinely her name. But there was such a fascination with her in the French culture that she was captured and put on display because they've never seen a woman with hips and buttocks and lips this size, what we're born with naturally, who we are. And they put her on exhibit and they put her in shows and they made people come and watch her like a circus act. And they were so fascinated that they repeatedly assaulted her to where she was given syphilis and numerous other diseases all over this fascination over the shapes of her hips and buttocks and thighs. And even in Sarah Bartman's demise, they still displayed her body up until 1974. And for some of you, you were born in that era, so it's not that long ago. We were viewed as simply a circus object. Our body was that fascinating. They had to touch it, and they ultimately assaulted this woman repeatedly. And she died a lonely death, and even in her death, they still had to come and look at her body. So when it comes to certain shit with me, we're more than that. And that's always going to be my opinion. And just like I said in another of my videos, Black women are now the most demographically that holds bachelor's and master's degrees. Shout out to all of us for that. So I don't like that. There's things that me personally, when I'm around my younger nephews or, males in my family, I cover up because I know that, my booty jiggle and it's of a nice size. That's me. When my 7-year-old and I are out, I put a cover up on her because that's my views and my thoughts. I don't want to subject anyone to seeing things that they don't need to see, and that's my personal opinion. And we're more than that. I've always said that, and I always think that women need to know that, especially the young girls. Older girls, it's your body, you do what you want to do. But to my young girls, like the young nieces, I want them to know they are so much more than their body and their twerking and their ass. And Sarah Bartman, ultimately, it cost her life. So that's my stance on women and covering in our bodies and certain things that I wouldn't put out publicly because that's what they believe we are. And that's sick to me. That's what they believe. That's what we're worth. So I'm not going to give anybody that satisfaction of thinking that that's who I am and my worth. When you have a conversation with me as a man, I need you to look me in my eyes. We're not focused on anything else. You know what I'm saying? And this is what people are paying for, what we're naturally born with. Shout out to the Kardashians. Shade. Just saying. But we're born with these features. We're born with these buttocks and these cheekbones and things of that nature. And nobody can ever take that away from us. So that's my stance there. Now, when it comes to Latruth family and a statement that is so upsetting that is being misconstrued as one, it's not even about, and I'll say it again, at this point, I truly believe that the truth we'll never know. I really do, because we were not in that home. We'll never know that unless there's some new revelation, you know, because it's recordings and, you know, statements. And one thing I did notice from last night, Latruth came, and I don't know if I ever heard him say those words. And again, I haven't followed for years, so I don't know. And I'll stand corrected if so. But he blatantly stated that he has never hit her. Now, if you see in the newspaper articles and then the Just Being Brianna season, there was a statement in which she made that she knew it was time to go when she experienced broken bones with the S on it. That makes that plural, not singular, and swollen heads. And then there's a publication of some sort of article, I'm not sure if that's the magazine, in which she stated again that she was abused. So these are two totally, like, it couldn't get any more contradictory. You know what I'm saying? And if a man truly is violating a woman, that's no man. And if a woman truly is lying about domestic violence, that's no woman. But I don't know if we'll know the truth. I just know me when it comes to that. So let's just say, you know, even with the release of a statement alone or a publication alone, if that had not occurred and someone printed that about me or stated that publicly, me personally, I would be suing for defamation of character. If anyone states something that I did not say and it causes any sort of conflict or chaos or commotion to myself or my platform, I am suing. My firm will sue. So when it comes to statements of slander that are false, it would make anyone wonder, why not pursue it legally, you know? So I don't know. It's just really sad because, you know, I was waving my pom-poms of peace, you guys. I was trying so hard. I really was. But I would want for it to be a situation into where, you know, each side is not attacking others' platforms or, you know, making videos of him. Like, just wonder when, like, stuff like that is going to stop, because eventually when it comes to situations like this, it's like a watch pot never boils type of scenario. And I don't want anyone to get hurt. Even if they, you know, insult me and my character or call me names, I still don't want someone to get hurt. You know, you can, you know, I don't know these people. What you eat don't make me shit, so it doesn't matter. But I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want any of that types of situations. So my question last night and still today is still the same. Like, what would it take to make it stop? Because I fear that the children one day are going to see videos that they're going to have questions about, or grow up and see these things. And I would hate that for them. I would hate that for any child, you know. And at some point, have to understand that these two people created a beautiful brown life with beautiful 10 little toes, you know. And what can happen to make that stop? At some point, you have to understand, like, okay, if this person hurt me, I certainly got my lick back. If that's what you wanted. Now what? You know? How are we going to co-parent? And it was so sad watching that video when Latruth had his daughter, because she obviously wasn't herself. And like I said before, Stevie Wonder can see that. And that was for a number of reasons. One, it was first thing in the morning with the camera in her face. I'm not fucking happy with a camera in my face in the morning either, you know. Two, she comes from a household with brothers and sisters, so she was alone as well, and this is new to her. Three, she might not have seen her dad in a while. Four, she might have heard things about her dad and now she's confused. So my heart broke seeing that, because it made me realize, like, wow, this potentially could be affecting the baby and their relationship. And it's horrible. I think that social media or whatever really played a part in a lot of all of it. I hope his oldest daughter, who is at the age where she graduates high school, I hope a college fund is set up for her. I want her to go on and do great things. But it's just, it truly is, like, all the insults aside and all of that craziness aside, it's sad. And that video really, really broke me down. And also heard on that live too, there's contradicting stories of, in my mind, and again, this is me waving my pom-poms, I want to believe, and I thought, with backlash and things of social media and wanting to keep private, I thought that Latruth might have possibly had his girls and not put them on camera. But there's even conflicting stories there with, stating that he doesn't do it or doesn't get her or things of that nature. So it's very hard to either find the truth when the stories are so extremely different, I just wanted to work out for the kids at the end of the day, Everybody has their own thoughts and views, and as I said in another one of my lives, I have a friend who's atheist. Granted, that motherfucker ain't coming in my house, but we argue and go at it. But I respect their views enough to, not belittle them, because we're all gonna think differently. But I wanted to work out for the kids. It's a sad situation, man. It truly, truly is. It's sad. It is. So who knows what's to come? Who knows of what they battle in court? And, who knows if he's pursuing it? Me personally, no one would be able to say on any platform that I did something that I didn't do that caused them harm and I not sue them. And that is my opinion, and no one can take that away from me. So I don't know these people. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know any of that. But I do know that it's just sad. And I would hope that when we have people in our lives, we should have people that are able to talk us off the ledge, and people that want to see us do good, and people that should not want to constantly have conflict surrounding my name. Those are your friends. Your friends are going to not be on the forefront egging conflict on. Your friends are actually going to try to cease this, because there's no reason for it at this point. If you want to truly move on, there's no reason for it. It really is. It's no reason for it. It's no reason for it. I don't give a damn about Latruth's shrimp or penis. Oh gosh, none of that. I'm not attracted to him. That does not mean he's not attractive. It's just, that's not my reason for speaking. It's just sad, man. And I seen it firsthand for the first time. I thought I thought it wasn't real, but I saw firsthand how people are just misconstruing things and painting narratives and, stating people said something that they didn't say, or drawing own conclusions and wrong. And it's horrible, because these are people's lives. It's sad, y'all. I don't know. I'ma still wave my little pom-pom of peace, but this got me in my little feelings. It's sad when you think about it, that social media can cause so much conflict and chaos. I don't know, child. I'm about to drink some Theraflu. Y'all stay chatting.